New tonight, the Mount Vernon School District just hired 30 new staff members. The problem is 70 people retired, and the district simply doesn't have the money to replace them all. Of the 30, 16 are classroom teachers, 4 are principals, with the remaining 10 including specialists like psychologists, administrators, and security officers. Well, News 12's Grace Noone tells us the superintendent is trying to make sure the 30 minus 70 is a positive number.
You can also click back to it without closing it.
Thursday, principals in Mount Vernon participated in a webinar as part of their training.
Even though I can't turn this district around tomorrow, they need to see some indicators of success.
Interim School Superintendent Judith Johnson says it's part of a bigger plan.
I think the piece that's been missing here in Mount Vernon is the ongoing support through professional development and the standards that are in place for the hiring of teachers.
In fact, Johnson hired 30 new staff members after 70 people retired. They simply can't afford to replace them all. But Johnson says she didn't take just anybody.
It was not easy to land a job in the Mount Vernon schools. You needed to go through a committee interview. You needed to have a writing sample. In some cases, you needed to show a lesson, a demonstration lesson, and then you needed an interview with the superintendent of schools.
New principal Jonathan Brown used to head up White Plains Middle School.
I think about 3 things when I serve as a leader in a school: my experience as a teacher, my experience as a student, and my experience as a parent. And I feel that it's a tremendous honor and privilege to work here in Mount Vernon and do the very best I can for this community.
The goal is to inspire and motivate anyone who walks through a school building. It's starting today, and the goal is that it continues throughout the entire school year. But some people we spoke with say their children's education doesn't end in the classroom.
The parents need to be more involved in the kids' life
to fill in the gaps. In Mount Vernon, Grace Noone, News 12.
Even though there is a smaller staff, the district says they will be focusing on reading and critical thinking for all students so they can achieve. President Obama is in New York today proposing